You know, when it comes to home repairing, ever hear the expression measure once, cut twice? Or is it the other way around? Measure twice, cut once. Well, we're not going to talk about carpentry. Instead, we're going to talk today about batch cooking. Now, this is a fact. Batch cooking means prep once, eat twice. Oh, yes, 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 indeed. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jan. Welcome to another episode on this channel, the Save Money More with Jan channel. How's everybody doing today? So I said I want to know the official easiest method for batch cooking. Don't you like the idea of easy? I like the idea of easy. Do you like the idea of batch cooking? Now, it sounds scary. It sounds really scary to a lot of people. Batch cooking. Whoa. Well, guess what I do? On a different note, besides batch cooking every once in a while, because I want to. But you know what I do? I batch record my videos. Not all of them. The Monday through Friday ones, the ones that come on either earlier in the morning or very late at night, you might get them an early bird upload. Guess what? I batch record all of those, let's say on a Sunday morning after church. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That way you get to see me every day. But I did it all in 2 hours. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because if I'm already in my broadcasting studio and I already created my shows, why not do it that way? So I take that same mentality. Well, actually, I've been batch cooking before preparing video content. Okay. So batch cooking for me, it's like the same idea. If I'm in the same kitchen using the same foods, why can't I batch cook and take that time up and use it wisely? Okay. I'll give you an example. One of the easiest methods for me in batch cooking, well, there are two: working with your oven and working with a slow cooker. Okay. I could be doing prepping, chopping, slicing, dicing, all that fun stuff, and having stuff going, lots of it, for example, in a slow cooker. Okay. I could also have my oven roast vegetables for me. You see where I'm going with this? I want you to look up the official answer that I found. And I had inquired, what is the easiest method for batch cooking? And as it turns out, I've been doing this all along, but I want to read to you the official answer. Let me get my trusty glasses. By the way, I'm putting you down a second. I hope everyone is doing well on this day that you're listening to this. So I had asked, what is the easiest method for batch cooking? Okay. Well, the official answer is this. Okay. Double or triple a versatile recipe that uses ingredients that freeze well like a basic protein. Does this not sound familiar to you or what? Example, chicken or ground beef. Been doing that one for years with a simple sauce and then portion it into freezer safe containers. Yeah, to reheat as necessary. This allows you to cook once and have multiple meals ready to go throughout the week with minimal prep time. Hello, hello, bingo, 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 tilt, 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 kudos, kudos. So it goes on to say, this is really quite interesting because how many of you listening out there have been actually doing this all along without an official answer? I mean, like even on your own and your own common sense logic, even without looking up something to be official, like you've been just practicing this for years and years and years. And if so, how has it worked out for you? Let us know in the comments section below. So it goes on to say, all right, the official answer. Key points to consider for easy batch cooking includes. Now, I wrote this down. I'm looking at my own scribble, so bear with me, and I do appreciate it. All right, choosing simple recipes. Opt for dishes with fewer ingredients. How many times have I spoke? Even Steve and I together on his show. How many times have we spoken about simple recipes, less ingredients? This is all on our own. Choosing simple recipes up for dishes with fewer ingredients that can easily be scaled up. That's true. Because if you start with a base recipe with minimal ingredients, that's sort of like a semi blank canvas for one to build upon a future recipe. How many of you out there have been doing that? I know I've been doing that for years, years. All right, next. Also, this is the official answer, not the Janet official answer, the official answer. But I've been doing these things for years. I'm sure you have too. But it's nice to know that, like we're really on target there. So it also goes on to say, also prioritize freezer friendly foods. Okay, here are the examples of freezer friendly foods. Also prioritize freezer friendly foods like chicken, ground beef, fish, and veggies that retain quality well when frozen. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, that makes a ton of sense. It makes a ton of sense. And honestly, we've been doing this for quite a long time. But it's nice to know that we're on par with this. Now, for those who are just understanding about batch cooking, like new to it, okay, if you're new to it, then I get that. It's like, and I love that the resources are there and on videos, and there are tons, tons. You don't have to look too far when you're on this platform for videos and reference to specific, batch cooking and experiences like that. All right, so check it out. But I like the fact that it says also prioritize freezer friendly foods. Now, I mean, through life experiencing and through cooking and kitchening and ovening and all any other ing, right, that we've been doing, because after all, we are the CEOs of our own kitchens. How many times have I said that one? Because we have prioritized friendly foods for the freezer, like chicken or ground beef or ground pork or whatever. We know factually it works. Okay, so here's the kicker here, and it goes on to say, and cook in large batches. Now, where's the sense of that? I was trying to say that in the beginning of this video. If I'm in the same kitchen, right, using the same amount of time, well, maybe it takes a little bit longer because I'm working with a little bit more stuff, but slightly longer. Not an all day affair. No, it's just getting organized about it, utilizing the tools that can be very, very helpful. Okay, things that you can make like a large amount of it. For example, like let's say roasted veggies. I can make a ton of roasted veggies in the oven at the same time. I don't have to do it little by little by little individually, night in, night out. No, 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 no. And it could be so very helpful. I'm using the oven. The oven is doing all the work. It provides me the space. The bigger pans allows us, okay, collectively to work with larger quantities, okay? Doesn't this make sense? All right. So cooking in larger batches, using a large pot or pan to cook a large quantity at once. Example is what I just said earlier. For example, how many times have I done videos reminding us about dusting off our slow cooker? Now, some people have the instant pot, okay, which is wonderful, as all those other gizmos. I'm pretty simplistic when it comes to gizmos and gadgets, but there is nothing wrong in using the stuff that works for you or your family, okay? So for me, I just keep it really simple and work with my slow cooker when I want to work with larger batches. So easy, so peasy. Set it up, it does its thing. I'm doing other things like maybe writing shows, for example, or recording, and my stuff for the day is getting cooked nicey nice. This is what I'm trying to say. We don't have to always be staring at things on the stove that require standing there and working with other quantities that may not be as large. Okay. So, cooking in large batches, use a large pot or pan to cook a large quantity at once. Now, here's the really also important part. And this is really important because remember, we purchased the food, we brought home the food, we're prepping the food. But if we fail to do the final part, the best, it's really important to portion and to store our stuff properly. 100,000% agree with this. Portion and store properly. Divide the cooked food into individualized freezer bags. Yeah, or meal-sized containers. And don't forget this, to label with the dates and to freeze. Really, really important. So it goes on to mention some examples of easy batch cooking recipes. One suggestion was baked chicken with a simple sauce of choice. And I said that earlier on my own volition Tomato sauce they recommend as well. That's true. Like tomato sauce, let's say on baked chicken cutlets, for example. Hey, that's an easy one. You can just pull that out and then turn that eventually into chicken cutlet parmesan one night. Just pop it right in, right? Ground beef or turkey chili. Yeah, you can make a ton of that. And then while you're making, of course, you add your beans, tomatoes, and spices. This freezes very well. And of course, good old chicken, beef, or veggie soup. You could easily make an easy batch of that. What is that? Slice, chop, dice, throw in a pot. Watch carefully. You can put in your slow cooker and go on and about your day easily. There's really no reason in the world to think that you hear the word batch cooking and you think that, oh my word, I mean, I don't know, unless you're preparing food like for an army. I mean, I don't know, but give it a try. Even people that, oh, by the way, this is important. Even for families of one or two, okay? You don't only have to be the family of four to batch cook. No, 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 no. Doesn't batch cooking come in handy? I mean, you just scale it down a little bit, but to have those foods ready and just take it down from the freezer, homemade food. You know, we could talk to people about going out for fast food, and yeah, it gives them a band aid method of eating quickly. Okay, that may be true. But guarantee you, if you ask a lot of people that are eating fast food, wouldn't you rather have somebody give you a nice home cooked meal from scratch? I mean, I am sure, I'm just going to guess to think that I would imagine more people than not would be reminiscing of having homemade food. Why can't we go back to the basics? That's a matter of choice. We could make time to do other frivolous things. Why don't we make the time to do like one? You can make it a fun thing, put on music, call a friend while things are going on, whatever. Put them on speaker, talk to them, and do your thing. And yeah, you could do it. We could do it. And we could save a ton of money, not to mention time, effort, and energy. It's a lot less work to take something down from the freezer and heat it up. It's already done for you if you want to leave it as such. If you want to jazz it up, you have that option.